Hi guys, welcome back to Art Pop's YouTube channel. And I always get messages of how people every year wait for a video before the NID exam or the NIFT exam to know some tips every year. If you haven't watched our last video where we have done how to crack NID in 30 days, which has been trending, the link will be in the description box. Please check it. And coming to this year's exam, I'm sure it would be a shock that it's happening earlier. Very few days are left. The exam is on 24th. I hope you all have been practicing really well, sketching a lot, designing a lot. So let's go and let's start this video. Okay, so the first tip for everyone is I hope you have checked the sample paper link which is posted on the website where you filled the form. If you haven't, I will make sure that I put that link also in the description box. So check the sample paper, be it for B.Des or M.Des for the DAT prelims. Check the brochure, check how the exam is going to be conducted, what's the pattern like, what's the weightage like, how is part A and part B for that prelims. Make sure you are well aware of the OMR sheet, of the materials that you can use, of how the paper will be, and check like at least like 5-6 years papers of last year. If you don't have those, we have a free group for study materials, where we have added a lot of students where we are giving these things, or sample papers that you can check out. So make sure you're well aware of how the pattern of the paper is, so you are not in a shock or surprised when you get the paper. You exactly know how much time you have to give to part B, how much time will be there for part A, how fast your speed should be, how quickly you need to solve the questions, how many rough pages are given for the exam. So make sure that you're well aware about what the exam has been in the past 5 years or was last year. And yes, again, like I said, you can reach out to us also on my number, and we can add you to the free group where we are providing those details. The second tip for everyone is to at least spend a lot of time practicing your sketching skills. Like, do human figures, do a old man, a old woman, a young woman, adult man, children, kids, toddlers. So try to practice a lot of human figures, sitting, standing, walking, running. So practice a lot of sketching skill. Like, I told you, like human anatomy, you can practice textures. For example, you can practice how, if you're making a tree, how would the texture of the wood be like, how would the texture of glasses, if there's water filled in the glass, how will the light pass through it. So do a lot of human anatomy, light and shadow, textures. Do a lot of live sketching, like go to a park near your home, sit and draw as you see. Sit and in your own room, try to sketch in perspectives from different point of view. Imagine if you were a lizard above your room and you are looking down, how would things appear, how would the top view would be. If you are sitting in your home, how would the front view would be. If you were a small child or you were an ant like structure and you were looking up, how would the room look like. So do a lot of sketching practice in the coming 10-15 days which are left for you, and brush up your skills. And when I talk about sketching, don't do a lot of artistic kind of sketching. Single line drawings, proper scale and proportions are good enough for an ID exam. If you know that if you are making a human, how much size the head is, where is the eye coming, where is the nose starting, is the neck fine, the hand length, if your scale proportions, your basic sketching of your ideas are okay, then it's completely fine. At least in the morning 1 hour, in the night 1 hour, spend some time in sketching. And talking about coloring, make sure you use a lot of pencil colors. whenever it's mentioned do not color, of course we are not coloring, but the other questions, of course, you should color, use a lot of blending, use a lot of shading, make your pages look really presentable and attractive, because as if the whole presentation page looks good, people entice into seeing your concepts and your design solutions. So make sure you're practicing a lot of coloring and a lot of sketching. The next tip, this year's news, main events in the world, in India, cultural heritages, any summits that have happened in India, sports awards, film awards, art and architecture, cultural things. So do a lot of GK, current affairs, Indian handicrafts, music, musicians, books and authors. So as much of GK and news you can do, especially current affairs of this year, it would be a great advantage if you're giving M.Des or B.Des paper. Okay, so now since we are talking about tips which will help you in the coming days, right? Very less days are left, so I don't want to give you some tips which gonna take a lot of time or a lot of practice for the 10 days, but this is something really important and really basic. uh, Go to Instagram, go to LinkedIn, go as many places as you can to find out students who have cleared a NID exam or who have given NID exam, to know their experience and to know the tips from them. We regularly have webinars and talks, so definitely you can reach out to me if you want to talk to any of the NID alumni or current students who are studying in NID to know some specific tips, especially for M.Des students if they are giving domain specific exams. Like if you want to talk to someone who's from graphic design, like talk to them, ask them what came in their paper, what should you do, how some things might have affected them but you don't know about that, or some things that would have happened in the center, or some tips, that last minute tips that they didn't do but they can tell you that it will help you. So talk to a lot of design aspirants of last year, before last year, alumni, mentors who know about the exam and who can help you calm your nerves, who can solve some of your confusions or some of your doubts and give you that little pep talk. So do this definitely, and reach out to them on messages on Instagram, or check them out, check their portfolios on Behance. I'm sure no one's going to say no to you if you will ask them, can you help me with the exam, can you tell me some tips about it? I'm sure they are going to help you, and also their experience is something that will really help you elevate in your exam and be well prepped before you even move into that stressful situation. Okay, next tip, as I tell to all my students as the exam come close by, do a lot of guided meditation, do a lot of calming music before sleeping, listen to a lot of calming music before you sleep. Guided meditations before exam, stress releasing music that can help you calm a little bit. You can also listen to music and sketch, or do some questions, because it's really important to be calm from inside, even if you are struggling or a lot of things or distractions are happening outside. It's important for you to focus before the exam and be in that zen like situation, that it helps you when you are sitting in the exam center. You can create the same environment for yourself to be a little bit more positive. And yes, don't worry so much. Once the exam is over, we can worry that oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do well. Right now, be motivated, be positive. Write your journal, make your notes, have to-do lists, doodle a lot. So do things, do photography, go out for a walk in the morning, eat healthy, sleep early. So make sure you are doing these habits, good habits situation kind of a thing, that's helping you to maintain your balance in middle of this chaos. Another tip that I can give you before the NID exam that even I did was to quickly gross through all GK, or what you think, GAT or logical aptitude topics by going to indiabix.com. You can go there, or if you have that Arihant book, or you can go to any logical reasoning page where you can do English aptitude, folding paper folding questions, or number series, or counting figures, or blood relation, or if you want to check some Indian monuments, or you want to do Indian history or geography or handicrafts, or if you want to go through some logo design questions or brands logos, how do they look like. So a lot of design centric general knowledge briefing, or just going through a lot of content on YouTube maybe, or on other resources. Of course, we also provide those resources, so you can reach out to me also. But just a brush up of every day 15-20 minutes brush up of maybe one day you are doing Indian dance forms, you are doing Indian festivals, maybe you are doing famous cities and what's names they are called, or you want to do Olympic winners or world champions or Oscar nominees, these kinds of things. So daily some little things that are related to design and design exams could definitely help you before the paper. Last tip I would love to give you all, because I want to keep the video short and simple, is that do a lot of speed and time based tests, which means how we do it in our classes is, we give a question, we put a timer. So try to do that, like write a question on a paper, put a timer of, if it's a 15-mark question, 15 minutes, try to finish it in that time, and stop that once the timer stops, stop sketching. So you will know how much you were able to complete in that much time. Take another question, take another timer. That way, if you will practice, it will always keep you in time, because sometimes when we are designing and sketching, we get completely lost in the thoughts of coloring and all, and blending, and we get emotionally attached with questions, and we want to some questions we do perfectly, some we don't do so well in them. So make sure you're giving equal importance to each questions. Write down 5 questions, put a timer of 2 hours, 2.5 hours, try to solve all of them, then again restart doing it. So a lot of live test practice, a lot of question practice, and definitely taking feedback is a must. So reach out to your seniors, reach out to people who have given the exam before, you can reach out to me in the number given below, and I would definitely love to give you feedback on what you can improve in the next 15 days, what you should focus on. But definitely, as the syllabus suggests, if you want to crack the first round of NID, your observation skills, your communication skills, your presentation skills, your environmental and social awareness of how sustainable products you're making, how you're thinking about the underprivileged people when you are designing, how you are bringing the Indian culture in when you are designing, is extremely important. So instead of focusing so much on sketching, focus on observation, putting uniqueness, putting creativity into play, combining few of your knowledge that you have gained maybe about some craft or festival in India into a contemporary way. So see a lot of Behance projects, see a lot of NID portfolios that are given on their main website of college, see a lot of Pinterest visuals of design process, design product sketching or graphic sketching, whatever your domain is. You can also watch a lot of TED Talks, podcasts on design, and uplift yourself and motivate yourself. And I wish everyone all the best for the coming exam. If you are still preparing or want any help for NID, NIFT, USEED, SEED, MIT, UID, any kind of design exams, we have a scholarship program which is going on. We are just teaching in 8,000 2,999 rupees to everyone this year who is applying for the exams. We do not have large group batches, we have small batches. We are teaching only online, and we are giving personal feedbacks, and I'm available to my students 24/7. So make sure, if you want any help from us, you reach out to us. And all the best to everyone who's preparing for the exam. I hope these tips have will help you in any way. Still, if you're getting those last minute exam jitters or stresses, or you have any confusions regarding the exam for sample papers, weightage, syllabus, anything, do reach out to me. I would definitely love to help any child who will be giving the exam this year. Bye bye.